And joining us now for analysis is political science professor Leigh Bradberry of Cal State Northridge. Leigh, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
First off, the death of Senator John McCain, a maverick to the very end. Reports Trump hasn't been invited to speak. Political ramifications of this?
Well, I think whether you agree or disagree with Senator McCain on policy issues, you have to respect the fact that he had certain values and he stood by them. You know, he was committed to bipartisanship. He understood that just because we disagree with each other, that doesn't mean that we're enemies. We're still fellow Americans. And my guess is that he chose George W. Bush to speak and President Barack Obama to speak because even though they were former political foes, at some level he saw that they embodied some of those same values. And I think that anyone who has served his country like John McCain did certainly is entitled to choose who speaks and who doesn't speak at his funeral. And I think, you know, the ramifications, I think that John McCain probably wouldn't have really cared.
Yeah. Well, what does this do to the balance of power in the U.S. Senate now as we head to some key issues before the midterms, like the confirmation of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh?
Well, without John McCain currently in the Senate, the Republicans only have a 50-49 advantage. If the governor of Arizona can nominate someone quickly and that person could sit in on all of the confirmation hearings for Kavanaugh, then they have one more vote to play with. But I think ultimately this was always going to be about Senator Collins and Senator Murkowski, and certainly recently Senator Collins, I think, signaled that she is probably going to vote for Kavanaugh, and even though anything can happen in 2 months, I think that it's very likely that he will be confirmed.
Okay. And it was by all sense a bad week for the White House in general, with two big court events coming out of the Mueller special counsel investigation. First off, the guilty plea of Trump attorney Michael Cohen.
Right. Yes. So I think there's so many things that happen on a weekly basis in this White House that sometimes it's hard to know when something really significant happens. And I think that Cohen, his guilty plea is something that's very significant. You know, he pled guilty to 8 different criminal acts, 2 of which directly implicate the president, according to Cohen. And you also have to remember these 2 immunity deals that are out there now with David Pecker and with the CFO of the Trump organization. We don't know the parameters of those deals. We don't know whether anything they know directly implicates the president, but I can tell you that if I were the president's attorney right now, I wouldn't be happy about any of these developments. And keep in mind that even if you fire Robert Mueller, nothing that's going on in the Southern District of New York goes away. Nothing that's going on in state court in New York goes away. And so I think that with all these, you know, spin-offs from the Michael Cohen saga, the president could be facing some serious, you know, legal jeopardy.
And then the guilty verdicts against former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort. Now, none of the charges related to the Russia collusion investigation, but still another serious blow to the White House?
I think so, yes. Nothing in this particular trial was directly about Russia, but you still have to step back and think that a sitting president's former campaign manager was found guilty by a jury on 8 felonies, and he came within 1 vote of being found guilty on 18 counts. He has another trial coming up in a few weeks, and I thought it was very interesting that the one Manafort juror who has spoken out in public, she's a staunch Trump supporter, and even she said she did not think that the president should pardon Paul Manafort. And so I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens and how all this plays out with Manafort. But between Cohen and Manafort and all of these other things going on in New York State, I think that it's going to be a very interesting 2 months before the midterms.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Leigh Bradberry of Cal State Northridge.
Thank you.
Have a great night.